Peace. This is the Enemy's Public, and I'm Bro.Nasir. It's been 5 years since the murder of Eric Garner by Daniel Pantaleo, the New York City so-called police officer. Daniel Pantaleo jumped on our brother's back, putting him in an illegal chokehold and choked him until his breathing was obstructed. And the last thing our brother said was that he couldn't breathe. Now, the New York District Court in Brooklyn, New York, didn't think that putting a black man in an illegal chokehold and choking him to death is not a crime. This should send a message to our people. Justice is an award or penalty. Police officers all over the United States are being rewarded for murdering black men, women, and children. And if we don't see that, we are just having our eyes closed to the so-called wicked justice system. When we go down to the justice system looking for justice, as Richard Pryor said, all we find is just us. Now, Eric Garner, they allege that he was selling loose cigarettes outside of a convenience store in Staten Island, New York. And that resulted in a death sentence for him. This cracker jumped on our brother back and choked him. What I'm not understanding is, why didn't Eric Garner grab this dude and back up into one of those corners and broke that cracker in two? He jumped on his brother's back and placed him in a chokehold, a move that the New York City Police Department deemed illegal. And Eric Garner's death was ruled a homicide, which means the same thing that if one of us killed him. Homicide, that means someone else was responsible for this man being deceased. Who is Daniel Pantaleo? Daniel Pantaleo was given a desk job, which means that he will still get paid, and he probably could still rise up the ranks of the New York City Police Department. And he's probably miserable because he can't be out choking other brothers and sisters out, because white boys love that. They love their adrenaline rush. They love to be able to say that they choked the big nigga out. They love that. We need to understand that we are at war, and our enemy is public. And police officers are not our friends. If police officers want to be friends with us, when a corrupt officer do something, if they call themselves the good guys, they need to do good guy things. But until then, they're not our friends. I just want to report an update on what's going on with Eric Garner and the fact that they decided not to press federal charges against this so-called officer, Daniel Pantaleo. I'm going to be doing a video about Kevin Spacey and them dropping charges against him on his sexual deviance and his sexual assault charges. Yet, his charges was from 2016, and Bill Cosby's were from 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Brother Bill Cosby is in jail for something that happened, what they say happened 30 years ago. Because I don't believe nothing our enemy says. But Kevin Spacey and Harvey Weinstein gets to walk away, and they get to make all our people, though some of them are sexual deviants, that make it our people the face of this nonsense. See, this is what Reza Islam is talking about to the dummy out there putting videos out about Reza Islam. This is what he's talking about. They want to make our people the face of this sexual deviance, this rape, this pedophilia, and let their people walk. Okay, dummy, who's out there calling Reza Islam out his name? That's what he's talking about. Yet I'll be doing that video in the near future. Until next time, this is the enemy's public, because our enemy is public, and I'm Brother Nasir. Peace.